Okay, so in this one we are going to change this sign up for 1 month to this function, at least to being learn more. And that way below would be just a matter of learning more, and then if they actually click sign up for 1 month, we're going to implement the form that is associated to the actual sign up with payment. So it's not going to be that difficult to change how this all works. Basically, all we need to do is change this href and also add this scroll into a link. So let's add it as a bottom list item, and we can just virtually copy the button that we're going to be using. But instead of keeping it as a button, we'll just get rid of that. And then that way it's going to be just a standard link. So if we go back, click learn more, it's going to take us down. It'll still work. Submit, I mean, that's not really going to make any changes, but learn more, that will take us specifically to that plan, because what we're actually going to want to do with the sign up buttons is have like an actual button for that. So let's go ahead and add the same exact buttons as we did up there to all the other ones as well. Now I'm taking them off as being buttons, just so it's not as like in your face learn more. I'd rather be in your face sign up, because hopefully by this point you've proven enough value to them that they will want to sign up anyway. Oops, put that in the wrong spot. All right. So now let's test this out. Do a refresh, click learn more on any of them. Cool, so that works. Now what we want to do is make a new section for sign up, and I'm going to rearrange everything so it's not, it's actually in order. So if they scroll down, they can, if they manually scroll down, they can see everything still being in order. Okay, so I'm going to actually copy 12. I'm going to put it above, or actually to the bottom. And this is going to be sign up. And ID will be sign up. Okay. And then now for sign up, we're going to change this to sign up for all of them. And basically we need to make jQuery change a option field for whichever one they're selecting, and we'll do that shortly. So if it goes to sign up, it's going to take us down. Up, it says 12 still, so let's go back down, change this to sign up. There. So if we click on any of these, it should take us right down to sign up, and it does. Cool. So I'm going to add another list element here. All right. So now we have sign up going down to an actual thing. Now we need to have a form where they're actually signing up at. So we will open up Stripe and grab the form information here. This is their standard thing. We could write all this stuff ourselves, but it's just easier to use what they've already built for us. And we want to put it in this div row. All right. So if we go back in here, sign up now has a credit card number and all that stuff. So that should look pretty familiar. We're going to change the button class, add a class of our own, just to style, make it look like our style. And now we want to add a select field. So I'm going to put this at the very top, and we can copy it very similar to this. And we're going to call this membership plan, and change this to select, and then option, and we'll do 1 month. Let's copy that, paste it, 12 months, 6 months. So ID equals select underscore month. And then option 1, we're going to do ID equals to 1 select. And then ID equals to 6 select. And then last one, 12 select. Okay, so we are going to use these IDs to actually have that selected. Now, what we're going to want to do is add a new criteria here to our sign up buttons. And I'm just going to call it, I'll give it a name of 1, because we want to use 1 later. Sorry, we're going to use 1 select. And then we'll put it down here as well and call it 6 select. And then 12 select. Okay, so when we click on one of these links, it's going to grab that name, and then it's going to scroll us down to sign up, because we already have that built in. Right? It's going to scroll us down because this already works. It's going to scroll us down, and then it's going to select one of those options. So we want to do it when it's clicked on one of those. We're going to grab this. So we're grabbing this attribute of name. We did it before with href. So href is here. In this case, we're grabbing the name. And that is the name we're going to want to set our option to. So we're going to go down to our IDs, these IDs, and it's going to be really simple. So we have the name already, and then we're going to do attribute selected is selected. So in this case, I'm grabbing the attribute selected and I'm setting it to selected. That's all that's doing. So let's recap a little bit. These names have 1 select, or each one of these links have a name, and that name corresponds to the option ID. We're going to get that name, and then we need to find the ID with that name. So we have to add one more thing here, is that. This will show us that we're grabbing that thing with the ID name of that specific name. Remember, it's an ID because we set it as an ID. And then we're going to make it as selected. So what is it doing? Like, actually, I'm going to write it out for you. So when you click on this scroll, it's going to grab this thing called this attribute name that's associated to this button. So in this case, if we clicked the sign up for 1 month, it's going to get this one. So it's going to get name 1 select. But see, it gets the attribute. It doesn't actually take that whole thing. It just gets what the attribute's equal to. So it's going to get 1 select. So that one is going to be that. Just think of it like that. And then the one below it adds this little hashtag to this, making it that. So then that is grabbing, to grab that ID specifically, we just do that. This is also true if we were doing CSS. It would be like this, right? So jQuery is like this, that's how you select it. CSS is just like that. And then we could add some stuff here. So now that we have that selected, we need to add an attribute. It doesn't actually matter whether or not this attribute exists in this case, because we are changing whatever state it was anyway. So even if it's not selected or it is selected or whatever, we are changing it to be selected. So all that's saying is find the ID equaling to 1 select, add selected equals selected onto it. And this is standard HTML. So if you added that to one of your options anyway, down here, that would be the default for that. So if we added selected equals selected here, 12 months would be the default without clicking on any of the other links. So just think about, keep that in mind too. So let's save this and see it in action. Let's go back up here. Click 6 months, 6 months. Click 12 months, 12 months. So again, we added this name because we wanted to use that name as the option that we are going to select. So we're using programming or code to select this automatically for them. We're doing that just to make it a little bit easier on the user. Of course, you don't have to do that, but the point of it is to make it easier for the user, and that's what we want to kind of learn to continuously do. Whatever we can is to continuously make it easier for the user. Now, in these descriptions that we have, we can start adding features and benefits and all that stuff as to why they would want each one of these. Of course, for ours is going to be pretty straightforward, because if you might remember, we're just giving them a discount based on how long they actually sign up for. Now, of course, you could always add features and functionality to it depending on what, level or subscription that you're actually choosing. Okay, so in the next one, we are going to assign what goes through here to the user, and also as well as their membership plan in the next one. All right, see you then.